Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. 3 bold predictions for Cowboys vs 49ers. The Dallas Cowboys return to action on Sunday night as they travel to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. Despite all the injuries the 49ers are dealing with, this will still be a very difficult matchup for the Cowboys. Before the two teams square off on primetime, here are 3 bold predictions for the game. 1. Dak Prescott rushes for 40-plus yards in a game for the first time since Week 6 of 2023. It's been a long time since the Dallas Cowboys made Dak Prescott a focal point of their run game. A little over a year ago, back in Week 6 of the 2023 season against the Los Angeles Chargers, was the last time we saw the Cowboys do just that. Prescott used his legs to make some big plays in that game, and his 7 rushes for 40 yards and a touchdown were a big reason the Cowboys walked away with a win. Prescott isn't the runner he once was at this point in his career, but there are still opportunities for him to be effective with his legs. This week against the 49ers, there's a good chance he'll have plenty of opportunities to do just that. San Francisco has faced 3 quarterbacks with at least average mobility this season. All 3 have been very effective against the 49ers defense running the football. Sam Darnold, 5 rushes for 32 yards. Kyler Murray, 7 rushes for 83 yards 1 TD. Patrick Mahomes, 5 rushes 39 yards 1 TD. Dak Prescott will follow suit and have his best day on the ground in over a calendar year. Prescott rushes for 40-plus yards and scores a pivotal rushing touchdown, helping ease Dallas' offensive red zone struggles. 2. Trayvon Diggs and Jordan Lewis both record interceptions. For the first time in his NFL career, we are going to see Brock Purdy try to shoulder the bulk of the offensive load on Sunday. San Francisco's number 2 receiver Brandon Ayuk is out for the season after suffering a torn ACL, and there's also a good chance that Christian McCaffrey won't play and Deebo Samuel's status is up in the air. If this is the case, Purdy is going to have to do something he's never really done in his career. Elevate lesser talent and be the reason they win a game. If the Cowboys can slow down San Francisco's run game and force Purdy to throw, they should have plenty of chances to take the football away. After throwing just 11 interceptions in 16 regular season games last season, Purdy has struggled to take care of the football this year. His 7 interceptions, 14 dangerous plays, and 10 interceptable passes are all top 6 in the league among all starting quarterbacks. Dallas defense takes advantage of Purdy's ball control issues, and Trayvon Diggs and Jordan Lewis both come down with interceptions. 3. Cowboys finally slay the dragon that is the San Francisco 49ers. If there is ever a time for the Cowboys to finally beat the 49ers, it would be this Sunday. San Francisco is as beat up as they'll ever be, and the Cowboys have had a full 2 weeks to prepare for this matchup. If the Cowboys can't beat the 49ers when they are as decimated as they currently are, it's hard to believe they'll ever find a way to beat them. This game has a chance to turn Dallas' season around if they can walk out with a win. It doesn't have to be pretty, but the Cowboys need to find any way they can to scratch and claw their way to a victory. On Sunday they'll do just that. Led by Dak Prescott and their secondary making some key plays, Dallas finally beats the 49ers. Cowboys reveal major new Dalvin Cook thoughts on roster move vs 49ers. The Dallas Cowboys showdown at San Francisco 49ers in their Week 8 clash at Levi's Stadium is coming Sunday night. And also coming are the rumors about what America's team needs to do to fix the NFL's worst running game. With both sides of the ball needing urgent changes to spark a team that looked lost and beaten down against the Detroit Lions, the bye week is perhaps the right time to tweak the practice schedule, the offensive and defensive schemes, and also to consider different personnel. And on Friday, Coach Mike McCarthy just acknowledged that moving Dalvin Cook up from the practice squad is finally in play. That's definitely part of it, McCarthy said on the thought of changing personnel during the bye week. We did a lap Tuesday morning through the whole roster, so that's a constant conversation with Jerry Jones, and Will McClay, and Stephen Jones had a chance to sit down with Jerry on Thursday afternoon, so yeah, that's a constant conversation. Maybe the most obvious potential change is elevating running back Cook from the practice squad in an attempt to try to inject some life into the NFL's worst rushing attack. Cowboys urged to trade for record-breaking star RB at NFL deadline. The NFL's trading deadline is moving ever closer, and for the Cowboys, this will represent one last major chance to bring in outside help to address the many roster issues that remained form the team's underwhelming offseason. For this team, no hole is bigger than the one at running back, where Dallas let Tony Pollard walk in free agency this winter and did precious little to replace him. The Cowboys did not draft a running back, and their only outside signing was Ezekiel Elliott, who remains a shell of his former self. In all, the Cowboys have racked up 463 rushing yards, which ranks last in the NFL. The good news is that the Cowboys might be in great position to acquire a running back at the deadline. While wide receivers have been the focus of the pre-deadline deals thus far, the running back market could pick up steam in the coming days. The bad news, though, is that the Cowboys are owned by Jerry Jones, who always has been decidedly reluctant to make in-season trades. But, if the need for an improvement in the running game becomes so apparent that even Jones gets on board, one potential target would be an ideal fit, according to ESPN, which wrote in an article this week that the Cowboys could target demoted Jaguars star Travis Etienne. In his first 2 seasons with the Jaguars, Etienne burst on the scene with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, tallying 2,133 yards in those years. He also added 792 yards as a very good pass catcher out of the backfield. But Etienne has lost his spot on the depth chart this season, and is down to 230 yards rushing in 6 games this season. He has had just 9 carries in the past 2 weeks. It's a steep drop for Etienne, who was a first-round pick coming out of Clemson and had amassed 4,952 career rushing yards in college, breaking the ACC career rushing record.